What do you think needs to be upgraded? Quarterback's the obvious one. I don't think anybody who follows the Browns would argue that they need to upgrade the quarterback position. What else needs to be upgraded?
We could spend the whole show probably talking about this. Not a lot of people are talking about receiver.
Yeah.
We were talking about running back before we came on the air here. I think that's one. But receiver is really interesting because you have Jerry Jeudy, who had that breakout year last year. Can you repeat that? I don't know, but let's find out. And then after that, Elijah Moore's a free agent. Cedric Tillman showed some flashes, but he also missed the last 6 games with a concussion. You didn't get anything out of Jamari Thrash last year, one of your draft picks. I think wide receiver on day 2, that's one of the positions I'm kind of circling, or even maybe at 33. If Matthew Golden from Texas is sitting there at the start of day 2, I would think about turning in that card. As much as I'd love an edge rusher there, I would think about turning in that card for a guy like that. I think you need a dynamic receiver still to pair with Jerry Jeudy.
Well, we heard earlier in the show Andrew Berry from the podium saying he kind of views Travis Hunter as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I found that interesting.
Yeah, right, that would be one of the guys they would go with at number 2. And if you go with a more veteran guy who's maybe not, let's say, just throw out like a Sam Darnold. I don't know if that would be an option or not, but a guy that you have to surround with weapons to make successful. And that's who a lot of these veteran guys are going to be anyway, and even a rookie. Travis Hunter is really interesting as a wide receiver. I'm surprised Andrew said that because I would think the easiest path forward, make him a cornerback. Corner is an elite position. You've got to have lots of corners. You can never have enough. And then you run him out there for 15, 20 plays on offense. It feels like that would be easier than doing it the other way around. I was surprised Andrew said, no, he's a wide receiver, even though he's going to be working out at cornerback this week.
The thing that I think is really interesting, they really need a running back. And he said Nick Chubb's going to test free agency earlier today. So I would imagine there's 1, maybe even 2 draft picks because this is such a deep running back draft.
Yeah, this is a great draft to need wide receivers, to need edge rushers, to need running backs. So
they need them all.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to be able to find those guys, and there's so many different ways to do it, right? We saw Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry sign as big free agent signings. And then, we see Bucky Irving come out of nowhere with Tampa, have a big year. So there's a ton of different ways to solve that position. And again, if you run out of day 2 picks, there's going to be somebody really good there at the beginning of day 3 that you can get. So I think they can kind of just go through and knock off each of these needs as they go through those first. They have like 5 picks in the first 101, I think it is. So they have a real opportunity to just kind of check all of these boxes as they go along.